It is my honor to finally, officially announce Joyce Dudley for Santa Barbara County District Attorney. I'm Debbie Davison. Thank you all for coming out today. It's good to see so many of you here, including so many of my former colleagues. For the nearly 30 years that I worked as a news anchor, I was never able to publicly endorse a candidate. I needed to remain neutral and objective. Now I can wholeheartedly tell you that I endorse Joyce Dudley for District Attorney, and here's why. I've known Joyce on a professional and a personal level for more than 10 years, and the Joyce I know is intelligent. She's earned master's degrees in both administration and education, as well as her law degree. Yes, she's well educated, but she's also smart enough to know that she doesn't know everything. When she was assigned the Hartman arson murder case, Joyce researched, read up, asked questions about arson and arson investigation, and became an expert in it. Martin Hartman is now spending the rest of his life behind bars. So when I think of Joyce, I think of intelligence, integrity, impassioned, independent, innovative, and impressive. Clearly, when it comes to Joyce Dudley for District Attorney, the ayes have it.
My name is Sheila Troop, and I am here to support and introduce Prosecutor Extraordinaire Joyce Dudley. I met Senior Deputy District Attorney Dudley after my special needs daughter had been raped and impregnated by her caretaker's supervisor, violated by the very person who was responsible for keeping her safe. It was a devastating and life-altering experience for our entire family. Miss Dudley immediately demonstrated a sense of equity by putting us on a first-name basis. The passion she had for her job was evident from the start, and the heartfelt compassion she demonstrated for us as victims was reassuring at a time when I felt as if our carefully constructed lives were falling apart and out of our control. Joyce assured me she would do everything legally and ethically possible to see that justice was served for my daughter and our family. Our family feels very fortunate that this passionate woman has chosen to devote her professional life to pursuing justice for victims. It is indeed an honor and my pleasure to introduce Joyce Dudley, the next District Attorney for the County of Santa Barbara, California.
Thank you, Debbie, Salud, Warner, and Sheila, for your very generous remarks. Special thanks to those who also offered to speak. Many of you are standing before me, a few are standing behind me. Gurdon P. Giordano, Dr. Elliot Schulman, soon to be our former medical director for Santa Barbara County, W. Mitchell, and three of my biggest supporters, Cy Jenkins, and longtime Santa Barbara County prosecutors, Jerry Franklin and Ron Zonin. And heartfelt thanks to all of you for giving up part of your lunch hour to be here with us today. In deference to your schedule, I will speak for 4 minutes. I've practiced this a few times, so it's 4 minutes. I guess the single biggest thing you should know about me at this moment is that I never expected to run for district attorney. I love my job. And as I look out in this audience, I've met most of you through my work, so you know how much I love it. Daily, I get to make a difference in crime victims' lives, uphold our Constitution, and do my part to protect our county. Loving my job the way I do, I would have been honored to continue working in that capacity. Yet over the last few years, I, along with many others, both from within my office and throughout Santa Barbara County, have felt that our office's response to some critical circumstances was too slow and too passive. As we faced these issues over the last few years, I was asked by many, both within law enforcement and within our community to face the rigors of what will absolutely be a difficult campaign and run for district attorney. I couldn't imagine doing that, but the more I thought about it, the more I knew I had to do that. And so eventually I agreed to do so, not out of disrespect for the person who currently holds that office, but because of the enormous respect that I have for the office of the district attorney. The district attorney's office countywide is filled with extraordinarily talented and dedicated individuals. They and everyone in our county deserves a hands-on, effective leader. The district attorney is charged with ensuring justice for all. That means people who work here, live here, and visit Santa Barbara County. And this is a more than full-time job. The demands of this office are constant, varied, and complex. Based upon my education and my experience, I know that I am ready to effectively and efficiently meet those demands. As your district attorney, I will focus on violent crimes, murder, home invasion robbery, child abduction and abuse, sexual assault, and of course, gang violence. As your district attorney, I will work closely with a team of law enforcement officers, community leaders like Jackie Inda. I'm very happy to see you here today, Jackie. Educators, nonprofit organizations, and faith-based programs. And together, we're going to reduce gang violence now and in the future. And in fact, in the conversations I've had with community leaders throughout Santa Barbara County over the last 2 months, I believe that we are the county that can stop children from killing and maiming other children. Just stop it. As your district attorney, I will also create a non-exclusive arson unit comprised of an attorney and an investigator. No, we don't have that now. This unit will receive specific fire science training and will work closely with the appropriate fire agencies. The goal must be to succinctly investigate suspicious circumstances and then swiftly file appropriate charges. As your district attorney, I will establish a working relationship with our institutions of higher learning, and I will reestablish our truancy program. As your district attorney, I will communicate effectively with those within my office, as well as those in law enforcement agencies throughout our county. I will also make myself available to the public and to the media. I will do this because I am absolutely committed to making this office more transparent and hence more accountable. Over the last 2 decades, I've met way too many victims, like the troop's daughter, to merely stand by and wait to meet the next victim. Victim of any crime, be it rape, murder, arson, identity theft, or domestic violence. And the only way to reduce the number of crime victims is to prevent a crime from occurring. This we can do through education, intervention, incarceration, and a successful re-entry program. For the last 2 decades, while John and I raised our 4 wonderful sons, 3 of whom are here behind me, the others up at Davis, he's here in spirit. During that time, it has been my honor to serve as your deputy and then your senior deputy district attorney. Now, with my incredible family support, my beautiful mother, I ask that you give me the opportunity to work harder and elect me to be your district attorney. Thank you.